in the days after Charlie Kirk's assassination, when Vice President J.D. Vance hosted Charlie's radio show from the White House campus, he had Stephen Miller on as one of his guests, and Stephen Miller describes his last communication with Charlie Kirk. Stephen Miller says, one of our last exchanges was Charlie Kirk expressing the urgency for the Trump administration to dismantle these radical leftist networks, because these aren't isolated incidents. These aren't just some one radicalized random crazy. This is a coordinated, funded effort to sow violence and harm conservatives. And Stephen Miller said that was the last conversation I had with Charlie Kirk before Charlie Kirk was killed by the very people that he described. And on that day, Stephen Miller said to Vice President J.D. Vance on Charlie Kirk's radio show, he said, I will fight to dismantle these radical leftist networks for the rest of my life. What happened to that? Where is that? The Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights at the Justice Department, that's Harmeet Dillon. We love her on this show. She's wonderful. She was wonderful as a civilian attorney. She's wonderful in government. She posted this. She said, we saw all of this at Berkeley back in 2017. UC Berkeley was sued and settled the case. The Civil Rights Division at the Department of Justice will investigate what happened here, and I see several issues of serious concern regarding campus and local security and Antifa's ability to operate with impunity in California. That's wonderful. I am so grateful to hear that from Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon. That is great. But here's the thing. It's not enough. It will never be enough if you are playing a game of whack-a-mole. It will never be enough if you are addressing this problem one person at a time only after the infraction or the violence has been committed. Antifa will continue to be emboldened. They will continue to commit violence until and unless there is a thorough dismantling from the top down. And I know Antifa likes to say that they don't have any organizational structure. They're a decentralized network. They're just an idea, they say. BS. This is also what the mafia said, by the way, decades ago. And just like with the mafia, unless you bring down the whole organization, 50, 100 arrests, not just one-offs when they get violent, it's not going to solve the problem.